webinar brought to you by Psychological Counseling Center. We call ourselves PCC. And today I am your speaker. My name is Yerden, and I am senior psychologist. And our host, our administrator is Timirlan Nishanov, our prevention psychologist. You say hi. Okay. And let me. 1 minute left. Let me briefly talk about what will be today. Prepare your notes. There will be a lot of life hacks. There will be a lot of useful tools, which I prepared for you. And if you make notes, it will help you to keep in mind this intellectual object, and it will help you to implement something useful in your daily routine. So it's the first hack, life hack or brain hack, as you like. And we are moving into new life. So which we need not only to quickly and easily adapt to, but emerge even stronger in body and mind. Nazarbayev University Psychological Counseling Center is pleased to share some simple and practical advice and kind recommendation on how to stay healthy in body and mind while working or studying from home. Okay. So what do I need to? Yes, here. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. According to the American Psychological Association, psychology is a multifaceted discipline and includes many subfields of study such as human development, sports, health, clinical, social behavior, and cognitive processes. Psychology encompasses the biological influence, 1, social pressures, 2, and environmental factors that affect how people think. Though it's an act and feel, it's about our today's situation. We are in isolation. So can we adapt? Adaptation. Confined by COVID-19 to get isolated and work from home, we all feel to some extent like astronauts or submariners who experience group isolation or on a regular basis. So you can see in this picture these 3 astronauts. How do you think this fellow in the middle, do he feel like uncomfortable being upside down? I don't think so, because he is already adapted for this situation. The main difference is that these professionals are trained and coached to stay active, agile, physically and emotionally healthy to effectively perform their duties in any stressful situation, before and during a long period of isolation. Can we adapt? Adaptation is a natural force needed for survival, and all living under the sun, including human beings, are programmed by nature to adapt and adjust to any changes and cataclysms. We hope that the following recommendation will help you to stay healthy in body and mind, maintain loving and friendly relationship with your loved ones, effectively perform your duties, and enjoy the opportunity to try new things to your own advantage and the benefit of sorry, I can't see my ending of the, what is it? Benefit to the community where you live. So as you can see in this picture, it's tree, which is really good adapted for this situation. It's raising on the stone, which is actually, someone can think that it is impossible. The first phase of adaptation to self-isolation, honey period. For most, this is a moment of the long-awaited rest, getting rid of the fuse and usual worries, a positive perception of something new. Remember, sitting at home within the walls is painful. People quickly get tired of each other, and rest seems to be only if there is something to rest from. During self-isolation, it is essential for us to effectively schedule and organize time. Under challenging periods, everyone needs to find stability, and the daily routine and self-discipline will help you with this. And a few words about schedule. So the first thing which I would like to suggest, which I would like to inform you, is Mindmap. It's just very useful thing, not only for planning, not only for teamwork, but also for your mind, for your memory. Because if you can use this mind mapping after you read some topics or research, or even I don't know, watch serial or read some detectives or other books, it will help you to make this long-term memory, and also it will help you to deeply understand what did you read, what did you get from this. So when compiling a paper mind map, the stickers allow you to make it more visual, easy to change, supplement to show the direction of movement and progress status. I use, for example, my refrigerator because I have no whiteboard, but you can also use Batman or just a wall for this mind mapping. If you prefer applications on colorful papers, you can make notes about suddenly pop-up ideas, so that later you can add them to the program, and it's also very easy to do. So I use MyMaster. Why? First of all, it is free. So as you can see in this slide, and I'm not here advertising but sharing my experience, it will help you to get this picture of all the things that you have to do. So MyMaster also useful for Windows and Mac. Okay, moving forward. Next useful tool is Pomodoro time management technique. So how it works? We using timer and divide our time for 20 or 35 minutes. It depends on how your workability at this time is high or low. So into 20 or 35 minutes with a break of 5 minutes. You can calculate how many cycles per day you manage to do. It also can help you to train yourself. And 4 main things why to use this Pomodoro technique. Keep focused. So decide on the task to be done. It will help you. Sorry. Set the timer so you can know how many cycles, or you can see how many cycles did I finish today. Work on the task until the timer rings. It will help you to concentrate on your task. Take a short 5-minute break. It also can help you to train your mind. So our attention works better if we can organize it. And take a 50-30 minute break at the end. So it's a kind of big break. A few tools. So keep focused. A simple timer for Pomodoro, also free. Pomodoro app a plain but free timer and task manager. Tomighty, a timer that quietly works in the taskbar below. It's also very easy to use it. And Pomodoro timer, perhaps one of the best timers for Windows 7. I am Windows user. MyMaster is also a good variation in Mac. So, useful tools. The third thing is time tracking. Why we need to track our time? It will help you to be intentional. Keep a to-do list. Drawing up a to-do list might not seem like a groundbreaking technique, but it's one of the most powerful ways to become more productive. And at this time, everybody feel like kind of freelancers, so we have to organize our time. Second is be prioritized. Rank your tasks. Third is be focused. Manage your distractions. Fourth, be structured. Time block your work. And 5, be self-aware. Track your time. So you can also use these tools for everyday routine businesses like cleaning, I don't know, cooking. And you can see how much time did you spend for this. I use Toggle. It is free and have a few very useful options like for teamwork or for individual use. Also Harvest for tracking hours and expenses in teams. Every hour for viewing and managing team availability. FreshBooks for time tracking in your business software. Timely for using a calendar view. Our Stack for visualizing time differentially, and I think, every hour is for Mac, I guess. I don't remember. I need to check with my notes, or maybe okay. Timing for automatic time tracking on Mac and OS. Rescue time for setting and forgetting. Yes, it's very good when I feel too much procrastinating and etc. So rescue time. Time&E for time tracking with light project management, and T-metric for tracking time with lightweight invoicing. Let's move further. Useful tools, it's a Google Calendar. So you can immediately make your own notes about upcoming tasks, meetings, events. It will help you be up to date and save your concentration, free your mind. And you can also make it multicolor. It also helps to understand which is more interesting or more in priority. So as you can see in this slide. Okay, SAP Tasks, businesses. This is a good space for self-reflection. So when did you get from your teammates or colleagues or relatives something ASAP? You can ask, you can clarify a few questions. So, first of all, questions for myself. So it's a good space for self-reflection. Do I want to do this? What are my goals in this? And what motivates me to do this? After doing this self-reflection, you can clarify with your colleague, with your teammate, a few questions. First, how long will this urgent matter or ASAP take in minutes? If it is a few minutes and I have this time, then why not to do it and forget? This is a cheap solution. And second, when is it needed? If until the end of the working day, things that are priority in my schedule, and then proceed to this ASAP. All this will help you clarify the boundaries. Do not become a fireman for your team. So they will understand that you cannot pile on all the work. So don't be fireman. You have your own schedule. Does not, then the dominant takes on a pathological form, and the person inevitably moves towards neurosis. Remember, our demons third phase is adaptation phase. Some of us come to satisfactory adaptation easy. Many remain in a state of adaptive tension. Physical exercise and anti-stress techniques help cope with the stress and not go into emotional burnout. You can find many resources on YouTube. It's relaxation music, nature sounds, and breathing techniques. At this phase, you will have a new vision of what is happening, new plans, and will feel better. I write here some of the main resources which I use. It's a video relaxing for stress relief in YouTube, and in SoundCloud music relaxing for stress relief. It doesn't mean that I have a lot of stresses. I just like to be relaxed. Emotional burnout. 6 in 10 workers in major global economies are experiencing increased workplace stress. It was these numbers, this statistics is for 2016, I guess. So it almost happening before coronavirus pandemic era. And now I think that we will get more increased numbers of these workplace stresses. So 36%, only 36% of workers believe their organization provides enough stress management resources. 35, and mostly I can say that 20% of all doctors' offices visits are caused by stress. 65% of people cite work as a top source of stress. 39% of European managers are concerned about stress in their workplace. Why I think that stress will increase? Because now we work with our families. Now we work from home, and it is also very stressful to switch from family situation to the working situation, to switch in these roles from manager to father, from student to son or to daughter. Emotional burnout occurs when there are too many small different problems in our life. They upset you internally. You get the feeling that you constantly have to deal with all this pressure inside, and the emotional state is getting worse. The most important thing is proper rationalization. What should you do not to get depressed? So first thing is depreciate all your problems. It is always better for your mind to hear that these are temporary difficulties than the giant existential issues. Rename your problems to difficulties. The word problem is hard for us. The word difficulty, on the contrary, awakens the constructive forces of the brain. And about depreciating. For example, if we count this problem as, if we can compare it with a money amount, yeah. If we count this problem as a 1,000 problem or difficulties, or million, like this essential, giant, all humankind involved difficulty. So we will spend this amount of our energy, this amount of our nervousness. And if I can depreciate it, it will help me to not be overwhelmed or burn out by these thoughts. The third thing, opt for prioritizing not the case that seems more important to you, but the one that is more favored by the situation in your condition and resources. Fourth, leave things that distress you right now. Not efficient at work, switch to your personal life, and vice versa. If both are bad, find something new, or consider gardening, talking to relatives, practicing hobbies, and a ton of other things. Be creative. Fifth, synchronize with thoughts. Approach any occupation as a sacred ritual. If you just eat, then do it as if you are participating in a Japanese tea ceremony. And six, prize yourself for any work done. Usually we wait for someone to tell us how great we are. No need to wait. Do it yourself. Do it right now. Fourth, the last phase of adaptation to self-isolation is completion of adaptation. What is the main valuable things in this phase? We easily set specific goals and strive to accomplish them in accessible conditions, as well as life not only in the past and present, but also in the hope of the future, in the understanding of my future. And your schedule will help you with this. We might feel exhausted or greatly disturbed, because often the last 100 meters turn out to be the most difficult. For example, astronauts or submariners in the last week of their autonomy get even more distressed and break into each other. So, I'm admitting someone. Hope that it's not too late. So, how to stop getting annoyed and be in harmony with your loved ones? First thing, be healthy selfish. Realize that the ability to neutralize quarrels and scandals is important, first of all, for yourself. The second thing, track your reactions and create a list of situations in which you are accustomed to reacting in the wrong way. Get annoyed, feel insulted, disrespected, and etc. Record how you exactly react in these situations, what you do, what you think and feel. Third thing, now connect your imagination. Be creative and come up with the most successful and profitable way for you to react in the same situations. In the end, we always have the opportunity to react somehow differently. Be your own film director or writer of your future. So maybe there is a better way. Remember it, or even better, write it down. Fourth, once you are in a situation on your list, catch yourself on the readiness to enter an emotional peak and have time to slow down your usual reaction. Be conscious, yeah? So immediately ask yourself, what will happen at this moment and after I succumb to this impulse? You have your answer. You already have an answer and it is even written down. So I will look terrible. My relatives will be offended, but I don't want to do that. I want to live with them. I have to live with them during this self-isolation, group isolation period. Fifth is now you just have to remember. Now you just have to remember, or you can keep in your notes, you can take it with you, which behavior option you found in this situation, but on your right mind, seemed more correct and implement it. The effect will be positive, believe me. The showdown, which previously took place on elevated tones and ended with general psychological traumas, this time will end peacefully, which will be a positive reinforcement for your new habit. So I'm done about 4 phases. Small information about consultation services. So PCC offers psychological assistance in the video calls sometimes. My name is Yerden, surname Nurtayev. I am in charge of consultation for international students, staff and faculty members. All of our colleagues also work with staff. Here is my Skype and my email. So if you have any additional questions or any need, you can write directly to me. I'll be happy to help. In social network services, we have YouTube and you counseling and Instagram and you underline PCC. So posts and videos to improve or maintain good emotional well-being, webinars, content on past and upcoming events is regularly updated, live broadcasts are held. So subscribe if you want it. Okay, questions and answer. You can also write your questions in chat. We'll give, I don't know, 3 minutes to think about and maybe find something which you want to ask, or maybe comment. Maybe you have your own useful tools at this first phase of adaptation, or I mean in the scheduling. You can also share with us. It will be very interesting. Okay, questions? No questions. Then, last words. It is harmful to restrain emotions, but breaking oneself up is also wrong. Therefore, we have only one way out: to not experience negative emotions at all. Our emotions do not fall from the sky, they are created inside our own heads by our own thoughts. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Enjoy life as it is. May we emerge from this pandemic stronger, healthier in body and mind, and more united in our families and Nazarbayev University community. So stay safe and healthy, and good luck for everybody.